welcome back to In Bed with Dan Rosen, the show that gives you all the biggest gossip on your favourite pole stars from around the world. Today's guest is the 2012 and 2015 IPC Disabled Category Champion. She is providing inspiration to people all across the world that no matter what your situation is, you can do pole and get fit. So please welcome Deb Roach! Yay! Hop in!
Give me this duvet.
Get into the bed. How are you, my love?
Hungover.
You're hungover, so you went out drinking last night. What time did you get in?
6:11 a.m.
So if you aren't aware, we are here at Pole Expo Vegas, so it is compulsory that you go out and get drunk, of course.
At least once. So I had my turn early.
Okay, so this is the once, yeah? So you're definitely not going to be drinking anymore this weekend. I don't believe that. So maybe twice, maybe 3 times. So what's new? What have you been up to?
Well, yesterday we had the Pole Classic Performer Showcase.
And you performed
I
and got a
did.
standing ovation.
Yeah, that was fun. I didn't do my floor work right, but the pole stuff was mint.
The pole stuff was perfect.
The pole stuff was fine. So, yeah.
Amazing. So, I want to talk to you about, obviously, a subject that I know lots of people feel uncomfortable talking to you about, and we want to talk, so I want to talk to you about it, obviously, because loads of people probably struggle talking to you about it, and I know how cool you are about it, but what happened to your arm? And were you born with it, or?
Yeah, so I was born without most of my left arm. Complete surprise. Parents were not expecting it. Mum had 2 healthy children. Not that I wasn't healthy, it just happened. And they say that the cells stop dividing in utero between the 24th and the 48th day, and it just stopped.
So it actually wasn't there at all, or it just didn't grow full length?
It just didn't grow, yeah.
It just didn't grow?
It just stopped, the cells stopped dividing. Every other part of my body kept going through that process where, you multiply and become a person.
Yeah.
And this just didn't.
Oh, and do you find that, like, within life in general, not just pole, we'll go on to that in a minute, but with life in general, do you find it stops you or holds you back from doing anything? I mean, I know you live life, obviously, to the full, which is amazing. And that is just a total inspiration to people, obviously, who have disability in general. But do you find there's anything where you're just like, fuck's sake, I wish I could do that, damn it. Do you know what I mean?
Silks.
Silks. Well,
I do trapeze and lyra. That's all fine, but silks with one hand is just because you need to do your re-wraps. You need to be able to hold yourself for a long time, and to do drops and stuff. You need to be able to wrap with both hands. They need to wrap around. So it's just not pursuable, and I really struggle with rope as well. So in terms of circus arts, that's a limitation. But in terms of everyday life, I'm totally fine. I can't wear batwing clothes.
Oh, okay.
Because the batwing shirts, that you need an elbow.
Yeah.
For batwing.
Okay.
I'm like, damn it. And
Damn
I'm trying to get a prosthetic. Because in winter in the UK, because I'm from Australia, which is not a cold country, but in the UK winter is really cold, and I'd like to wear a heavy jacket, but I'd have to let the sleeve dangle. So I'm really trying to get a prosthetic so that I can have something in the sleeve so it doesn't look awful.
Well, can you not have it then, like, customised and, like, cut the arm off and have it sewn up?
I've tried all that stuff.
People won't do it?
It's not that they won't do it, it's that it doesn't fit the clothes right.
Oh.
Like, then it doesn't sit right at all, it doesn't
because
feel
you still have, obviously, a small part of the arm there, so that has to have something to go in.
Exactly.
So it doesn't work.
Yeah, it just doesn't work, so I need a prosthesis for that.
Is there anywhere that you can go to buy clothes specifically for people who have had to have their, like...
I have no idea.
Oh, really? You've never looked into it?
No.
I wonder if that's a thing there must be. Because obviously people who have to have their legs amputated and stuff...
But they get prosthetic legs. Like, if you've got a leg amputation, there's
normally get a prosthetic leg,
you would, and then you can just wear normal clothes.
Normal clothes, yeah. And have you ever had a prosthetic on your arm?
I used one when I was training for cycling. Yeah.
Okay. And does it bother you having one? Like, is there any reason why you don't have a prosthetic arm?
When I was growing up, I was very stubborn and adamant that this is the way that I was intended to be, and I was not going to mess with it. I nearly swore.
Yeah, no, swear as much as you want. Swear as much as you want, we love it.
I didn't want to mess with the way that, like, I was like, that's not natural, that's not me. I was really against it. My parents did try to hook me up, and I was just like,
Nah, not interested.
No.
But that's great. I mean, did you find that at school it was difficult, obviously, not having an arm? Or was
difficult, impossible. I had no friends at school, but I don't know if it was because I had one arm. I was also just really bossy and
oh, really?
stubborn and Yeah, I was just a shithead, really.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're not sure it was just because you didn't know what art
Yeah.
you think you were just a bitch in general?
Yeah.
But that's okay to be a bitch. Do you think you're like anything like that anymore? Because I don't think you're bossy.
No, it took me a long time to grow out of, though. Like, before I was a Polar, I was a Cisco network engineer,
Okay.
and I worked my way through a male-dominated industry through being that terrier type personality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I want to talk to you about Bob. Is it Bob?
Fred.
Fred. Oh, damn it. Similar. Tell us who Fred... Can you introduce us to him?
This is Fred!
This is Fred. So if you can't see on the camera, she probably can't, she draws faces on her arm.
I also have a collection of googly eyes that stick on with eyelash glue, and fake furry moustaches, and also moustache stamps.
And have you ever been on a date with anyone and introduced them to him, or...?
No, he just comes out at parties.
Just at parties?
Yeah.
So this is almost like a party trick?
Yes.
And do people just like find it uncomfortable, or do they find it hilarious?
Oh, usually it's with my good mates who find it hilarious, yeah.
Have you ever done it in front of anybody who maybe hasn't met you before, and they're just like, do I laugh? Do I just say, like, I don't know what to think of this?
Sometimes when I tell people that my short arm's name is Fred, I'm like, did you know his name is Fred? And they're like, what? Are you having a joke? And I'm like, no, he's been Fred since I was 3.
So who named him Fred?
I think it was my sister.
How funny.
Yeah.
And you are really into doing yoga as well, aren't you?
I am.
And are you a yoga teacher?
I am.
You are? Okay.
Yeah.
And how long have you been teaching yoga?
Since 2012.
And do you find anything in yoga stops you? Is there anything in yoga you can't do because of only having one arm?
I just use props.
Oh, okay.
So
something that props you up from like falling over.
A block, yeah. So to do crow pose, I have a block under Fred, so that I can balance and put my knee into the back of Fred and not fall over, because otherwise I'd be levitating.
Which would be very impressive.
Yeah, but I'm not there yet.
And so you originally used to live in Australia, like you said, and you have been living in London now for
nearly 3 years.
And so what on earth
and we
made
still
you
haven't
want
jammed together?
I know.
What the hell?
I know. How has that even happened? No, you've come to the studio once before, haven't you?
That was
it with
when
Natasha?
I was living there. That was with Bendy. But it was, no it wasn't. I was on my own. I was on my own.
No, we were with someone else, because I remember we were both getting you into Janeiro. Who
it was Caroline.
Was it Caroline?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's just me and you and
but
Caroline.
Yeah. So you have jammed once, but once in 3 years, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, that was
we need to
actually
sort that shit
before
out.
I moved to the UK. That was in December 2012.
Oh my god.
Yeah, forever ago.
So you weren't even living in the UK?
No.
So, what on earth would make someone want to move from an amazing country like Australia to London?
There are 2 things. One is a young man by the name of Tom Fenn.
Okay. Which is
my boyfriend.
The boyfriend. Okay.
And the other is an exceptional talent visa from the Arts Council of England.
Amazing.
So it's one of the rarest visas in the world, and I'm lucky enough to have one.
And what does that mean? What does that mean? So what does that mean you can do with that? So.
Well, it means that I am able to live and work in the UK.
Because you pole dance, or?
Yeah. I'm recognised by UNESCO as a World Heritage integrated artist and dancer. So from the International Council of Dance, and that helped a lot getting the visa. And you have to have like a profile in the media and stuff. You've got to have a long history of being an artist of recognition to get one, and it means that I get to come and work in the UK, and really there's a much bigger integrated art scene in the UK than there is in Australia. Yeah.
Okay. So I want to ask you about this boyfriend you were telling me about. So
yes.
You have a boyfriend who you moved over to the UK for?
Kind of. I also moved over for work.
Okay. So, and what was his name again?
Tom.
Tom. So,
yeah.
And you met Tom, or did he come to Australia and you met him?
No,
or?
I met him at the Jaeger bar in London.
Romantic.
Yeah, well no, it was through a mutual friend.
Oh, okay, that's nice. And is he really supportive of your whole pole career and stuff?
Super supportive of his whole family.
Oh,
He's
really?
got a really big family, and they're all lovely.
Yeah.
And they're all really supportive of everything that I do. Yeah,
that's
they
really cool.
believe in me and they back me really hard. So it's nice to have that over here. I feel obviously I miss everyone in Australia.
Yeah.
But I've got a really great support network here in the UK as well.
Do you have family in the UK, or?
None of mine, just his.
Just his, so
yeah,
they're like
they've
your second
adopted
family.
Me. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice though. So, when you left Australia, like which part of Australia did you live in?
Sydney.
Sydney. Where did you used to pole dance there, or did you not pole dance at the time?
I know I poled. I used to get to train with, well, my first teachers were Susie Q and Jamila.
Jamila.
Yeah.
Before she even lived in Vegas.
Man.
Cool.
Yeah. So I had Jamila, and then I've trained everywhere. I've trained at Bobby's. I've trained with Shimmy and Maddie. Andre was one of my training partners for a long time. Dirty Birdie.
So basically, what you're saying is that you're a pole whore.
Yeah.
You're a training whore.
Massive pole slut.
Massive pole training slut. And do you find like pole quite difficult over here, over in the UK, because it's so different to Australia? Because obviously we pole in quite a different way to the Australians, I think.
You guys like static more than spinning.
Well, I like spinning, it's just no one else does.
Yeah.
So
it was at first, but I'm really used to it now, and it's changed a lot in the time that I've been here. Like, the UK has been steadily adopting that sexy Australian
You're
style.
turning us all into sluts. It's your fault. It's only happened since you moved here. But what's funny actually is that really isn't the style that you do. I mean, you did it last night, but
I did.
Most of the performances I've seen of you, you do other styles. So you're quite dynamic in terms of style. Which is your favourite?
Oh, I like it all. There are different days when I show up in that room and all I want to do is trick, and I want to trick hard. And then there are days that I come in and I want to do liquid motion. You know, I want to get my knee pads and my heels on and ride around on the floor. And that's a boundary that I'm pushing at the moment, is that just because I'm disabled doesn't mean I don't have the right to be sexy.
Of course.
Yeah, but you know, for some people, this is why I quit cycling. In fact, I was training as a Paralympic hopeful, and some dude was like on a ride with us. He's like, "Oh, I saw you on TV doing that pole dancing. You disabled people have got no business doing that because that's hot and you're not." And I said, "I reckon you can put any dickhead on a bike, and what I do is actually hard."
Yeah. Way harder.
Yeah.
Surely.
So
did you find, obviously, pole is way harder than the cycling, or did you find the cycling hard?
I didn't love cycling.
Just didn't have a love for it?
No.
Fair enough.
I love pole.
Yeah, of course. So we've got some quick fire questions that I want to ask you. So.
Oh my God, he's putting his hands on
your leg. So, I want to know, cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Okay. Not a fan of cats?
I like cats too, but...
You're partial to the pussy, but more into the dog. That's for another interview, guys, coming soon. Sweet or savoury?
Savoury.
Night owl or early bird?
Ooh, a bit of both.
Oh, really? So you don't mind being up late and waking up early kind of thing?
No.
Well, what time did you wake up today?
Oh, I got out of bed just before I rolled into yours.
Oh, really? Okay,
yeah.
So today you were a night owl because you went out late last night.
Yeah.
Dry hands or mighty grip?
Dry hands. Sorry, mighty grip. Stephanie, you're lovely.
Brass or chrome?
Oh.
Now this is a funny one for you because obviously you've gone from America, Australia, where it's all brass.
Yeah.
And now you're in the land of the chrome.
I'd like to say I'm bipolar.
So you like a bit of both?
Yeah.
You don't mind?
No.
London or Vegas?
Oh, London.
One pillow or two pillows?
Two.
Big spoon or little spoon?
Ah, it depends on the day.
Depends on the mood.
Yeah.
So sometimes you like to be hugged, sometimes you like to be the hugger.
Uh-huh.
Channing Tatum or Brad Pitt?
Channing.
Beyonce or Lady Gaga?
Gaga.
Love a Lunge Wednesday or Sunday Bum Day? Do you know what Love a Lunge Wednesday is?
No.
I'm surprised you live in the UK, you should know this one. So Love a Lunge Wednesday is one that Charlotte Robertson and me are trying to make a thing now. So every Wednesday I want you to do a nice little lunge stretch, and I want you to take a picture of it, make it look pretty, and then tag Love a Lunge Wednesday.
I'm all over that. Every Wednesday you'll get lunges.
And are you a fan of Bum Day?
I have done Bum Day once, but I've deleted it because there was a lot of bum in it.
There was quite a lot of bum.
Yeah.
Wine or champagne?
Neither. Beer.
Beer. Oh, you're not the first one to say that either.
Oh, that's right.
Front splits or middle splits?
Oh, front splits.
Rainbow Marchenko or spatchcock?
Marchenko.
And Facebook or Instagram?
Ooh, I replicate my Instagram to Facebook.
Yeah, same. But if you could only choose to use one method? Facebook. And why is that?
Just because more people I know are there.
Are using Facebook.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So we have another feature called the Plug of No Shame. So, this is the Plug of No Shame. And basically...
What he's got in here?
Oh, we've got loads under here, guys. So, once the plug has entered the Plug of No Shame, it's an English plug, which I know you'll be able to appreciate because you use them now as well. So, once the plug has entered the Plug of No Shame, I want you to, in about 30 seconds, tell me everything that you're selling, where we can find you, how we can stalk you. Ready?
Okay, so I have this book called Pole Translations, which is for instructors that want to be able to teach anybody of any ability level.
Okay.
Or, you know, clients with different needs, and that's available on Amazon and through Kindle. It's again Pole Translations. It's also available as workshops and instructor training.
Cool.
And it comes with a whole range of exercises that aren't in the book.
And where can people contact you if they want to get booked onto these trainings? Can they contact you on Facebook?
Deb at debroach.com, also Facebook, yeah.
And they just look up Deb Roach. And what's your Instagram name?
My Instagram is Debzilla, DEBZILLAH.
Cool. Check her out because she's always posting cool stuff on there. So what else will you be doing with regards to like touring and stuff?
I'm doing an Asia and Australia tour. I leave on the 9th of November. I've got 1 month free because I'm training with Circus Oz after that.
Okay.
Which is really cool. So yeah, let's get booking and get into studios and have some fun.
Well, if you aren't already checking her out, make sure you go on Instagram and follow her. Check her out on Facebook as well. She is amazing, total inspiration. And we actually have a little gift for you from one of our sponsors. So one of our sponsors is Dragonfly.
Really cool.
Yeah, Fred likes it, does he?
His tongue's out.
Good, his tongue's out. So this is one of their really cute sets they use. Super cute colours. They've got loads and loads of different colours. So this is from Dragonfly, and that is your little prezzy for coming onto the show.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, no worries. And if you would also like a set from Dragonfly, if you want to be so cool like Deb Roach as well, you can go to their website, which is dragonflybrand.com. And if you go on there, you can receive 10% discount when you use the code INBED. You can wear it on your head just like this. So if you want to go and buy yourself one, use the offer code INBED to receive 10% discount off of your first order. Thank you so much for coming onto the show. I hope you had some fun. And as I